We're registered. We're locked and loaded, baby.
Yeah, so we'll just start it off. Just some introductions. Your name, what band you're in. And you can look at whatever's comfortable, you know.
My name's Nate.
And I'm Noah.
What band are you in?
And we're in Camp Ghost.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So we'll start off with like the first time you guys listened to, like, what music were you listening to that made you want to participate and contribute to the scene?
I know my answers.
We'll go first.
I'm ready.
Oh, I have my answer too.
It was in high school. I was really into like radio-friendly indie rock, like Passion Pit and all that stuff. And then my friend who knew a lot about music showed me Never Saw It Coming by Tiger's Jaw. And I just like lost my shit. Yep, that's probably my favorite album of all time. And I was like, the vocals, like everything, I've never heard anything like this before. And I just went down the rabbit hole. The World Is a Beautiful Place, Algernon, all those bands, and just kind of got obsessed with it. And then I was like, I gotta learn how to play guitar. And just because I want to do this, you know, play this music. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into the whole genre and the scene.
Yeah, I would say it's not an emo band or like really that direct, but Walter Mitty and his Makeshift Orchestra. Do you guys know them?
I know.
Walter, etc. I listened to them a shit ton in high school. And I was listening to them while I was learning guitar, and their stuff was like the first stuff I learned on guitar and all that. And I started playing music with a good buddy in high school, and we weren't writing like emo stuff or anything like that. But then like they were the band that made me go, okay, I can actually write shit. Like they motivated me to be like, okay, I can do this stuff. But then I started listening more to like Modern Baseball, Free Throw, those mainstream sort of Midwest emo kind of guys. And it made me go, okay, well, I can just incorporate that into sort of this Walter Mitty vibe. And I think that's sort of what Camp Ghost is sometimes as well, which I think is interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
What do you think those bands like Tiger's Jaw, Snake?
The Snake.
Yeah. What do you think those bands and, you know, Modern Baseball or even Walter Mitty? I'm kind of curious. Like, what do you think that brought to you that you weren't hearing in other music, and that, you know,
The vocals, they were like, when you first get into it, they're like off-putting. It's weird. But then you're like, I feel like it's almost like because it's achievable, and you can still like put that rawness and the emotion into whatever music you're writing, and it's flawed, you know? And I don't know, that was inspiring to me as someone who really wanted to be a musician, but didn't have like the natural talent for it, and still being able to like contribute in some way.
Yeah, and it's pretty much the same exact thing for Walter Mitty's Makeshift Orchestra. I mean, not to say that any of their music is shitty, but like the early recordings are very rough, and like you can tell it was, I think they literally like said they recorded on their phones on GarageBand or something like that. But like it's super, super very DIY. And the vocals are very good, but like scratchy sometimes. Like you can tell the guys are young or something, I don't know. But they've definitely motivated me to be like, okay, I don't have the best voice. I've never been a musically really inclined person. I just picked up the guitar. I kind of want to sing. This stuff is like the stuff I think I can do. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, we just talked about like how it's inherently flawed, a lot of this music, but that makes it relatable.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it makes it like no one's better than anyone else. Like it's just about like expression, which is super formidable. Honestly.
Yeah.
So then what was like the first music project that you guys made together, and like how did that come about?
I was roommates with his older brother in college, and we drove down to Salt Lake to see Sorority Noise at Kilby Court, and you came up for that show.
Yeah, I drove up from San Diego to see that show.
And you know, I knew Jake, his brother, liked emo music, but like more on the surface level. And then every band I brought up, Nate was like, I fucking love that band. And I was like, how do you even know this band exists? And then so I was like, okay, we're on like the same musical wavelength. And then he went up to college and I was already there. And we didn't talk to each other at all for like, what, 4 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, at all. Like you came to a couple Poor Sports shows.
Yeah, I would go to the Poor Sports
And then
shows.
we were like, let's try to get a lead guitarist. So I just made a post on Instagram looking for a lead guitarist. Nate expressed interest. Came to practice, essentially wrote a song like the first day with us. And I was just like, all right, sweet. And credit where credit is due. When it was just me in the band, it was pretty mid. And soon as Nate joined, we just like connected. Everything made sense. He would bring a sweet riff to practice and I would play on top of it. The vocal harmonies worked really well. So it's just kind of stuck with that for 6 years now.
Yeah, it felt very natural very quickly. I've written music with other people and like jammed with other people, and I've always felt anxious a little, like, okay, gotta find my spot in here. But even on that first band practice, I was like, okay, all these people are not that good at these instruments, first of all, and I'm not either, so that's okay. But like, we're also writing really cool stuff, and like, I'm able to express myself, and that's really what I care about. And and to be able to have somebody who supported me in that, like the first day I came in with Nate's song by Poor Sports, I played it and he was like, okay, yeah, we're writing that. Like so to be able to like immediately feel validated and be like, okay, I've never like had somebody tell me they like a song before, but like or written a full band song before, but let's do it. And so just the support we have for each other is good, I think.
Beautiful.
And like,
Beautiful.
You know, we still have different writing styles. And so for like most of the Camp Ghost albums, it's kind of been us writing our own songs and then bringing them to each other and saying, that song is shit, or this is great. And both answers are acceptable. And then we'll record it and just add vocal layers on top of each other, contribute in that way. And then sometimes we'll try to just write songs together, but that is hard.
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
It's almost easier to write our own songs and then bring it for like a proof and then add on to it from there.
And then change them up, yeah.
You know?
But yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So can you talk about like the first show you guys played and how that went?
Oh, it probably sucked ass.
It was probably so
How
bad,
do you
dude.
guys feel?
I
about
think we
it?
might have videos of it somewhere.
Yeah, we probably have videos that I haven't.
Yeah.
You look back at early shit and when you were playing the show, you remember thinking, this is sick. We
I
sound
felt
awesome.
like a fucking god.
and then you listen back to it and you're like, Jesus Christ.
We have to edit all of these videos, and I have to watch them through. And the first ones, I mean, I think I waited like 3 years to edit the first one because it was like, oh my god, I couldn't make it through the thing. I mean, brutal.
Yeah. So yeah, same thing. I just think we've gotten better. We have gotten better chemistry. We write songs better together now. We're better at our instruments. We're better at singing. So just like the more you do it, you just kind of figure it out, and you look back at old songs you wrote and you're like, that sounds like shit. And then you just kind of naturally progress from there.
Yeah. Still look back at it with a lot of fondness, though.
Yeah, for sure.
What function do you think like writing and playing music serves you guys? I know it's pretty general.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
It's
kind of
therapy is probably the biggest number one word. I mean, we both write an immense amount of songs a month, probably. I mean, most of them we end up being like, whatever. But like, we're expressing ourselves that often. And I feel like personally, it's the only way that I fully let go, like, and just get shit out that I didn't even know I was thinking. When I'm just trying to find something to match a melody and just something comes out, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. So therapy is a big part of it, of just finding ways to express myself and all that good stuff. But it's also wanting to be in the scene and wanting to be able to like participate and add stuff and have people view this art I made that I think is pretty and I think that other people would enjoy.
Yeah, I think like whether people listen to our music or not, which obviously it's great that they do, either way, I still feel like I would be like addicted to trying to write music. Like it is just like therapeutic. It's like, I don't know, it almost comes natural, or you're just like, I'm not doing anything right now. I instinctively feel like I have to go try to write a song or something. I don't know. And it's just fun being part of the scene who have similar interests, and things like that is always super cool.
And like, what's your guys' reaction to like it gaining some traction on Spotify? Are you stoked? Are you?
Oh yeah. It's always way fun to see.
It's like surreal, because we got medium traction when we played in Poor Sports, but you know, being in Idaho does limit that to an extent.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it is cool that people listen to our music. It's just very surreal when like someone messages you and they're like, "You changed my life. You know, you helped me so much," and I'm like, I'm not ready for that, or it just feels heavy. Like I'm grateful that our music was able to do that, but I don't know, it's just surreal getting those kind of reactions.
Yeah, I think like we played a few shows in LA, and seeing that people were singing along to the Coffee Stains Out There or whatever other song was like, whoa, oh shit, like that's real. And we had a few people come up to us at that show and express stuff like that, like, thank you so much, like your music saved me, and all this stuff. That's really cool. I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry.
I think you got it.
Yeah, but it's just cool seeing that validation for sure, because we wrote this, like, we write these songs just to write these songs, and then to be able to get something out of it is incredible and awesome. And to be able to have opportunities to play with bands like Widow Dusk and Worst Party Ever, like that's all I could ever ask for. Like if nothing else ever happened and we got to play with some cool ass bands, I'm good with it, you know?
Why do you think people relate to the music you make and maybe share some affinity towards that?
That's a really good question, actually.
I think just because it's raw and it's open, I think is a big part of it. I mean, that's why I listen to music. I think a lot of our audience is pretty young. I mean, a lot of our audience is like our age as well. We see it all over the board, but like a big part of it is like those kids showing up to the shows, and I just put myself in their shoes, like finding something that I can relate with, something so raw. Like I would have fucking loved to find a band like Camp Ghost when I was in high school or like early college days, you know? And so I think that speaks to a lot to people.
Yeah, and I don't know, we try to like have a layer of seriousness in our songs that feel like authentic. And there's also just not like there's not a ton of bands that are doing like just acoustic emo. So I think maybe that helps, even though we're changing that soon. But we'll still have acoustic songs coming out. But yeah.
And then I gotta ask, what inspires you both to write music? I mean, I'm clearly everything to an extent, right? But I mean, do you find certain moments to be more inspiring and invoking of like creating something?
More focused on like that therapy that I was talking about earlier.
Sure.
Like honestly, a lot of our big, like Coffee Stains was just me singing. I don't even know what that song is about. Probably about a certain girl or something, you know, like, but like that's how, that's how a lot of our art is sort of created, is just like us sort of letting our thoughts out still.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, same thing. A lot of songs I write are like about mental health, or, you know, a lot of it's growing up in a religion that you don't really prescribe to anymore. And so that's a huge aspect in it as well, even if it's like subconscious, I guess. But yeah, just therapeutic mostly.
Do you have an affinity to positive songs or negative songs more?
Very much negative, probably. I don't think we tried to.
Well, I would say it's not so black and white, right? Like,
It's not. I agree.
I would say there's like
We're trying to get binary.
negative songs with like an overlaying sense of hope and optimism in them.
Yeah. I love writing a heart-wrenching song, and then the last couple lyrics are something like, "You can do it," but
but it's okay.
Yeah, essentially, that's a good way to just.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would argue that creating something out of whatever negativity creates a positive impact. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so
it's
too.
one of the last genres to really, allot that space for a lot of mental health stuff. So,
Yeah, for sure. I hope we don't really necessarily brand ourselves as like an ex-Mormon band or anything, but a lot of our music is about that stuff, and I hope like a lot of our audience actually identifies with that. That is probably one of my big hopes, is that the audience is somewhat sees some of that, and at least some of my songwriting, and is able to like find some comfort in guidance and closure through that, or just release of emotions, if anything, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
what songs do you have any specific ones that are about religion and or post-religion, I guess?
Oh,
I would say like the most on the nose song that's pretty like, going over that topic is not a Camp Ghost song. It's Poor Sports, Carl Martial Arts.
Oh, we listened to that on the way over here.
Yeah, that one's pretty directly about that.
What about communism is like antithetical to religion? I don't know.
With the song name?
Or Marxism.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think our bassist at the time, Chloe, she came up with that title. I don't know what.
I don't know where it came from.
They always come up with clever titles, so that was literally all it was. She was like, "Yeah, we have I came up with this," and I'm like, "Yeah, that rules." Yeah.
So, talk about where Camp Ghost is now. You guys mentioned about new members and stuff. What's kind of the direction going forward?
We're working on some full band stuff. We're trying to get a full band album out. I mean, we're still going to throw acoustic stuff on it and all that good stuff. But we're prepping for full band stuff. We have a tour lined up. If you want to speak on the tour.
Yes. I don't think it's like a secret, is it?
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we got a West Coast tour lined up this May with Worst Party Ever and Robo Pumpkin and friends. And so we're very stoked for that. We're going to be starting here, Seattle, Portland, and then all the way down through California, like 5 stops in California.
So right now Camp Ghost is getting their shit together.
We are trying to get music out before that tour.
Yeah, so we're working on collaborating with new band members and figuring that all out, and then recording stuff, and then just getting ready for shows, and then getting ready for tour and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're practicing as much as we can, but 4 people is harder to practice with than 2, a lot of logistics. So we're trying to find the time and all that. But yeah.
And then, other than logistics, what are the pros and cons of expanding the band a little bit? Are there things you miss about it just being you two, and are there things that you are excited about growing?
Probably both.
Yeah, not specifically about band members. I mean, the other Zane and Maxwell are fucking dope, and we love playing music with them. And like, I'm excited to really enjoy being able to bounce ideas off of more people as well. But we're getting away from that more intimate sound for sure, and I think that's a holdback that I've had. I don't know if Noah shares that, but we are getting away from that little bit more acoustic, in your face, intimate sound, which is maybe a con to me, but we're able to bring other things to the table, like full band stuff that we haven't been able to write in a long time, and express maybe more emotion, make heavier songs with full band.
Yeah, and it's just changing the sound that drastically from a project. You also question okay, is this the direction we want to go in? Because you can't really compare because it's so different. And so that's kind of scary. It's just what if we spend all this time writing these full band songs and it's is this Camp Ghost? you know, but I think it is, and we're getting there. So
Yeah, we have all these worries about it, so we're trying to do it really well. So hopefully we come out with a good product, you know?
What bands would you say you're trying to like model after for this whole band?
it's a tough one. 'cause-
Random bands, I would say. Well, you mentioned Saturdays at your place, right?
Yeah, I love Saturdays at your place.
Flight Patterns is one I'm trying to go for.
There's this band called Morning Effort, and they have like I think it's like on Bandcamp and YouTube, and they have one song that definitely, they have one album that definitely has a huge influence over one of our songs, the one you wrote mostly.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Yes. No, we could never remember song names or nothing.
Yeah. And I was limited to only one power pop song.
Yes, I
On the
limited him
EP.
to one power pop.
There you go. You
We
got
came up with a
one.
really good one, and we're good with that.
That was all I was allowed to write.
Then, what do you think? Like both of you guys, your whole journey through music. What do you think it's taught you? Is there a takeaway that you guys can get from it that maybe you didn't have before?
Yeah, well, a big one is like, you're gonna make me sound so lame. Believe in
no.
yourself.
No, this
Like,
is kind of what
seriously,
it's
like,
all about, man.
We just like wrote music. My goal was to get 30,000 streams on a song because that's what the cool band I listened to had at the time. And I was like, I just want to get 30,000 streams on a song. And to be able to just keep on writing music in that way that we focus on therapy and just have it blow up is pretty cool.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
I don't remember the original question.
What have we
yeah.
learned through the process?
What have we learned through the process?
Well, that's huge, and I know it
Yeah.
sounds corny and all,
Uh-huh.
but like that's why we listen to this music. Like we grew up listening to this shit, and it helped us. I wasn't born into religion. Like I have my own shit, you know what I mean? But it's helped me through all my stuff, and I owe it a great deal of credit. So I don't think it's that corny, even if it sounds corny. You know, I think you're totally spot on with that answer.
No, emo changes like your life.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
It helped me
was
quite
really
a bit,
good.
you know.
That's cool. One of the, what got me into emo, one of my favorite things about live shows and all that good stuff was, I think it was seeing Sorority Noise pretty early on and just like being outside. I was like 16 or something at the time. And I was like, damn, none of these people know each other, but we were just all in there like singing the same exact thing, talking about how big of fucking losers we are. I think that there's something so special about that you can bring a community of people who like literally don't know shit about each other, probably don't give a shit about each other after the show, but you can still have a moment of connectivity. And to be able to offer to that people, maybe we haven't played huge ass live shows like that, but like just listening wise and having communities talk about our music and friends show friends our music, like I think there's a lot of value in that too.
Absolutely. I mean, it makes me think of like when we were 15.
I think ours was mom jeans.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
stupid ass mom jeans and
very loving pits. And
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like lifting you up and fucking like. I mean, I didn't have that at my house or you know, so it was like invaluable for me to have those experiences. Like, it totally
100%.
changed how I thought about music and how music could impact people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree totally.
I have a question about. Okay, so obviously you guys are very determined. You made the music, and maybe you didn't feel like you were artists organically, or you had to work for it a bit. But for individuals who, don't live in a place where there is any scene at all, what do they do to find peace? Because the documentary is finding peace through hardcore. So how do you find peace outside of it? I guess.
You
What-
create the scene.
I think that's a good answer.
Great answer. How did someone create this?
Oh, that is
Like-
actually a really good
Yeah.
question. How do they find peace? So, like, how do they find peace through hardcore? if like the scene is not accessible to them, essentially.
I think it comes down to things like what you guys are doing, like being able to be online and be able to see things like this. Like I think back to my days where I couldn't connect to stuff like this. I would sit in the library and just like Google Paul Bear about interviews and like all this shit. Like, and that made me feel so connected when I was in Rexburg before I ever did any emo shit, before I knew there was any bands even in town. I would find connectivity through just being able to watch these videos and spending hours and hours just like searching every video I could find up about these artists and finding really special interviews like this to be able to be like, okay, now I actually know what kind of person that guy was like or something like that. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate
Totally.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Totally, man.
I don't think people are doing it enough these days. Like I love to see, like you look back, I can find interviews of old bands like that, but it's hard to find them these days. So
Yeah.
it's cool to see this shit.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That's the plug.
Yeah, man. That's why we're trying to do it.
I think we all. My last one is: what do you guys consume outside of
Music.
music? Like
who are
yeah,
you?
You play
Who
Lego
are-
Star Wars. How do you spend time?
I watch a lot of reptile YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And in the summer, I go and try to catch reptiles.
That's awesome.
Big herping guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I've caught-
Herping.
I've caught so many weird ass bullfrogs and shit out on fires. You ever heard of a stump fucker?
No.
So it's like after you cut down a tree, these bugs, they lay nests in stumps, man, and they have this stinger about this big,
Oh.
and their body's like that. And everyone says if they sting you, they'll lay eggs in you because they like
Oh,
laying
that's
eggs.
disgusting.
In wood.
Is it real?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
I've seen them, and yeah, they're like the scariest bug. I'm going on a tangent here.
I don't want to catch those. Those sound disgusting. And then, yeah, video games and
What games?
We're playing a lot of Madden.
we play a lot of
Madden.
Madden.
Yeah.
I like Chell. That's like the I like NHL. But
yeah.
I don't play a lot of sports.
I started off kicking Nate's ass like multiple times.
And he's
and then-
coming back.
Yeah, I'm like can't beat him now. It's kind of
Good
driving
on
me
you.
crazy.
Good on you. Yeah.
We play a lot of Magic. You do a lot of more shit.
I stay pretty busy, yeah. I'm a big just outdoors enthusiast, so I try to spend as much time in nature as I can. In Salt Lake, it's harder, but when I live in Oregon most of the time, it's a lot easier access to nature. But like even here, I work at a ski resort, so I can sort of spend as much time as I can outdoors and all that. I'm a big rock climber. That's probably my biggest thing. I've worked like in the climbing industry for a long time. I'm out of it now, but that took over my life for a long time. Music, hanging
lot
out
of
with
music.
friends. Yeah, while I'm in Salt Lake, all I said I'm focused on is climbing and music. And so that's pretty much what I'm doing. I hang out with my girlfriend a lot too.
My girlfriend and I have been playing Lego Star Wars and watch a lot of movies.
What?
Yeah.
What
Movies.
directors?
We're big movie.
Ari Aster's my favorite director. But you know, he only has 5 now full-length films out.
What was his fifth one? What just came out?
Eddington.
Eddington.
I actually like that movie.
I loved
I thought
Eddington.
it was really
We
good.
like-
No, I thought it was great. That was probably my second favorite of all
What's
his
your
movies.
first?
Hereditary.
Oh yeah.
I think that's
You don't like
their.
Midsommar? That
Midsummer
Scrooge
is-
is so accurate.
That's number 3.
Cute.
Now, Hereditary is the perfect movie, and I will die on that hill.
It's a tightly wrapped package.
Yeah, it's great.
Like,
We watch a lot of horror movies. Watch a lot of Shark Tank.
oh yeah. Some Mark Cuban. Fuck yeah. Kevin O'Leary.
Some good old shit.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I feel you guys did a fucking phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. It was fun.